Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bummer Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfellow, Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
All right, man. Rumor out the UK is that Anthony Joshua could be fighting either Jermaine Franklin or Dempsey McKean. He's an Australian undefeated fighter, 22-0, 14 KOs. And has also, apparently, according to Wikipedia, has a mixed martial arts background. So, something to chew on real quick. But apparently, he choosing Derrick James to train him. So I don't know if he coming to the States, he coming to Dallas, or Derrick James coming to him. That's the good word right now. And let's talk about it. Check out the Box Room playlist, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and him and Derrick James must have hit it off. I think it's a solid choice for him. You heard Eddie Hearn said if he lose April 1st, when he come back in April, that his career is over with. And then after that, it's supposed to be like a Dillian White fight, is the rumor and all that type of stuff. But I mean, you can't survive in the heavyweight division without no heart and without no chin. And we know he ain't got no chin, and we know he ain't got no heart. So it's just a matter of time before it's over with. Derrick James can't fix a chin. He can't fix a heart. I mean, if he go to Texas and he start training in Texas, I know Derrick James do some strength and conditioning. And that Texas, especially if he stay there during the summer, that Texas heat, that is going to be the best condition as he can be. And that was the thing about Crunk Boxing Gym, was that, the temperature was on hell. And I think for a large part of that boxing career, Jim's career, in the original, it was in a church basement or something like that. I remember the original one burnt up, the church or something. I went to high school not too far from it, I believe. That was the original one. But yeah, it was hot, humid, and was no temperature control, so, and training in Texas in that heat, what I'm saying? It's different than training in the UK. I know it rained a lot, it's gloomy, but that Texas heat is something different, especially if you travel down to Houston. And you traveling just in the gym, y'all ain't got climate control, y'all ain't got air. Shit, you already got a couple fans going. Yeah, he ain't gonna have no choice but to be in better shape. But but Derrick James can't give him no heart. Derrick James can't give him no chin. And Derrick James don't, like, well, Errol got a good defense and he get behind the guard and all that type of stuff. So it's probably a natural fit for him. And they fighters like to be aggressive, but the thing about Derrick James fighters, these top two fighters, they durable. That's the difference. They durable fighters. They can take a shot. So he gonna have to find a way around that with Anthony Joshua, but he gonna be kept safe for a few fights. They gonna try to get him to the safest title route ever and regain a title or something like that. But if he was gonna go through this shit, he should have just went on and unified the titles long ago. You don't get nothing for stretching nothing out. And they say, well, Anthony Deontay didn't want to take the deal. Deontay, man, sometimes you got to make an offer that somebody can't refuse. And you would have been better for it. And who knows? You could have won. But, everybody blame Al Heyman when he marinate. Eddie Hearn did the same thing with Anthony Joshua. What you holding 3 belts for, and you don't have a lineal, and you not trying to become undisputed. Him and Deontay Wilder had plenty of time to be undisputed and get out the way and let Tyson Fury have his second act without them being around. They had plenty of time. Plenty. But you sitting here holding belts for what? What's the point of just holding 3 belts and paying 3 different sanctioned belt bodies to say, well, I'm the unified champion, but if you're not going to go a step further, just defend 1 belt and be done with it. Be done with it. Come on. Just to say, well, we holding up the division, we got control of the division. And did it advance matchroom boxing? No, it didn't advance them to dominance in the United States. And they could talk about, well, they're the top in Europe. Nobody really, Europe is small potatoes. Europe is small potatoes. If you could tell the zone, do y'all want to dominate Europe or you want to dominate the United States? It's going to be United States. It might be the United States over the world. When you come to talk about dominating and dominating boxing, it might be the U.S. over the world. To be real, that might be the case for them. So, but Derrick James, you know, he should throw more punches. He should be more aggressive. Derrick James, you know, he work on throwing shots that you actually gonna land in the fight. He good behind the high guard. That's what AJ do. So they gonna work on some things. He gonna work on footwork, cutting the ring off, being aggressive. But it's a whole mindset to be aggressive. You can train it. You can, you know, that's what Robert Garcia do. But if he ain't trusting his conditioning and he ain't getting into a different situation and moving to Texas to train and possibly just to fucking live, to be honest, just to live amongst that heat and that Texas heat, it ain't gonna matter. Bringing Derrick James over to the UK ain't gonna matter, bro. You gotta get out of there, to be honest. You know, you gotta get out of there. So, and that's up to him. And that's up to him, man. You know, if you want to get out of there, you want to get out of there. If not. Hopefully he saved his money. Hopefully he did right with his money. Hopefully, you know, he made the proper precautions with doing what he needed to do with his money. You know, ain't nothing like being able to walk away from something when you can. That's when you got the most leverage. You know, that's when you got the most. When you able to say, well, you know what, this ain't right for me. You know what I'm saying? Then they come back with the real offer. Then the real offer start pouring. That's how life happen. You know, and, you know, when you need something, you need to come through. You need to hit that parlay. Or, you know what I'm saying? Or you need something to come through and you got to take it. A lot of times it'd be a mistake. When you playing with house money or you up, you know, I can move how I want to move. And that's the best thing to be able to do, is be able to retire on your own terms. You know, but some people get addicted to the spotlight. Some people, you would think boxing wouldn't be like basketball, football, or MMA wouldn't be like baseball, where you addicted to the road life, the road thoughts and whores, and just, you know, just the game and the locker room and stuff of that nature, you know. But I guess it's a certain fame. It's a certain, you know, energy you get when you training for a fight, when you preparing for a fight, when you walking out the tunnel, and it's nothing like fight night. I guess that would be the addiction. But, you know, you put all this road work in your whole life. You lift all these weights. You do these calisthenics. You do the pull-ups. You hit the bag for so long. And I guess when you do something so long, it just feel like second nature. But, you know, I know a lot of them be tired of putting their body through that torture. But I guess you look at it like a bodybuilder. Obviously, what was it, C.T. Fletcher still lifting to this day? Or Ronnie Coleman, which one was it? It was one of them that was still lifting. It becomes an addiction. It becomes, I wouldn't even say addiction, it becomes a habit. I think addiction is sort of a harsh word, maybe not pertaining to bodybuilders. But, I mean, you know, we'll see what he can do in the second act. I ain't writing him off, but I'm pretty sure he gonna write himself off. He gonna be wrote off, to be honest. But, you know, I don't know what Derrick can do that Mikey couldn't do if he can't get AJ to come to the great state of Texas. And, you know, that's just what it is. I just don't know. But, like I said before, it's rumors right now. That's who he gonna roll with. He felt comfortable with. My thing is, why are we coming to the United States and I'm going to these guys' gym if I'm just gonna bring them to the UK? You know what I'm saying? It never made no sense to me. And I felt Andrew Fernandez and Robert Garcia had him on the right path. You just wasn't in the proper condition to carry out the mission. That's nobody's fault but yourself. You know, if you want to lift all them heavy weights, you got to understand it takes a lot of oxygen to fuel, you know, to fuel your muscles. That's why you don't really see a lot of muscular dudes. And the guys you've seen that were muscular, you know, they was around back in the day, 200, 215, 220. Like Holyfield, you know, in his prime, he wasn't a big heavyweight. He had muscles. You see heavy, you know, Vander doing a lot of aerobics, a lot of aerobic training and dancing and all that type of stuff. A lot of conditioning. You know, he Mike Tyson when his prime about 220. He was able to maintain that speed and that power and that torque. That's why when Deontay moved up in weight, you understood that whoever was his strength and conditioning coach, whoever was advising him, didn't understand his anatomy and how his body worked. And then if you're going to put on a bunch of weight, you put it on the lower body. Especially if you ain't somebody like Muhammad Ali or Usyk. You know what I'm saying? You can go heavy there if you ain't a fleet of foot mover. But AJ looked a lot better when he fought Andy Ruiz in the rematch. A lot more shiftier, a lot more fluid. He should be closer to that in his second act. He moved the whole fight, didn't gas, and then got away from Andy Ruiz and wanted to be big. But a lot of times, a lot of them dudes who get addicted to the mass of weightlifting, they get addicted to the heavy lifting. It becomes an addiction. And it's hard to get off that addiction. It's hard to tell somebody to drop the heavy weight and do higher reps because it's a totally different type of training. It's hard to say, well, we're going to cut back 30% of your weight training and we're going to add 30% conditioning. It's hard to tell somebody that in the weight training. It's hard to teach somebody philosophy. But, you know, it's the good word. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance of notifications. We go live and drop video. Hit the link tree. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, amongst other. Link tree is the first link in the description. Check out the Box Room playlist, heavyweight boxing talk playlist for more videos like this. Appreciate the love and support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. One time for the one time. Good Fella TV. Peace.